In case you're tuning in late for any reason, you are now watching Politics on the Weekend Show. I am Monday Thomas, and I'll definitely won't be talking politics alone. We have very, very great gentlemen in the studios, and also alongside me is Tender. Tender, good morning.
Good morning, Wendy. How are you?
Fantastic. How's your week been?
Fine, fine.
I mean, it's that time of the week again where we get to slice and dice a very important part of the society, which is indeed politics. And in several months from now, we are going to be talking about the elections. The anticipation is ever increasing, and of course, political parties are making statements, governance are being questioned, and we'll definitely get to talk about that. And joining us to make sense of this conversation is Prince Kennedy, National Youth Leader, Labour Party, and we also have alongside us Jason Baba, APC Zonal Youth Leader, Northeast. Great to have you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
All right, so I'm going to
be here. Good to see you again.
All right, fantastic. Tender, should we do ladies first?
Okay.
All right.
Well, let me start with Mr. Prince Kennedy. The question is actually for both gentlemen, but he will answer one after the other. So generally, sir, what are your thoughts and opinions about all the various power moves that have been going on lately in all the various political parties? I mean, last week we had rumors of PDP presenting Peter Obi as their candidates for 2027. The rumor was debunked, and then earlier this week again we had rumors about becoming former President Goodluck Jonathan as their candidates, which are still rumors flying by the way. None has been officially presented. So generally, using this as a case study, what is your general observation of the political space in preparation for 2027?
Thank you so much. For me, I don't actually work with rumors because I'm a practitioner and as a practical person. If you look at what is going on social media and news outlets, if you go by it, you may be making mistakes. As a party man, I'm not disturbed with the moves anyway, especially the move of the coalition, because it's not political party influenced, it's individual based. And these are individuals that have been in government. So we are not looking towards presenting individuals that have been part of federal government, individuals that have been, that have held positions where they forgot about obeying court order. Individuals that have been in Senate presidency position where they are supposed to pass laws that are supposed to affect people, that are supposed to inform what should be happening today in Nigeria. They didn't do it. And today they woke up at the twilight of their age, and they now remember what they didn't do then, and they want to do it now. So as somebody that is truly involved in the system, I don't want to talk about those moves because for me, it's political party based, it's not individual based. We are going to present a candidate in 2027, I can assure you. Other political parties are free to, present candidates. But what I know is that whether Peter Obi or Goodluck Jonathan, it is left for the political party. PDP have not made official statement about that. Neither have any other political party made a statement about who will run or who will flag their flag. The same thing with my Labour Party. We've not made any comment about who will become the 2027 candidate. Of course, don't forget that it's a democratic process. INEC have not even released the guideline for 2027 general election. So it's premature for us to begin to look into the moves people are making. Those moves eventually may fizzle out when the real game starts. Thank you.
Interesting. So, Mr. Jason, let's have your response. As a member of the ruling party now, we've had someone from the opposition give his opinions and observations. What are yours concerning the same moves being made, even though we know there are rumors, but then there's no smoke without fire? He's saying there are individual moves and the party has not declared it, but then this is how it starts. It starts little and then with time it gathers momentum and then the party finally presents their candidate. So as a member of the ruling party, what is your opinion, or what's the mood like in the APC party in terms of the other political moves that the oppositions have been making lately?
Well, we are waiting for them. It's a manifestation that we have a very strong president, not just a strong president, but a president who is performing based on the manifesto that he has given to Nigerians. Everybody knows that our economy, though there were some rocky start, it's now on the course to consolidation. We're doing the stabilization in the naira. The unemployment rate is reducing, inflation rate is reducing. So that opposition is caught unawares. I'm sure they never expected the president to perform at the level he is performing now. They are busy shopping for candidates, looking for opposition figures that can give him a run for his money in 2027. So I'm not surprised. I'm sure that they are going to continue doing their, what do you call it, ping pong, 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 pong. They are trying to do like, they're just trying to see who will be the best person that will match Asiwaju in 2027, and I wish them luck. But for us in our party, we have consolidated the leadership crisis that the marginalization that the people of North Central have been complaining about regarding the chairmanship of the party has been settled with the coming of Professor Nentawe Ilwada. The National Legal Advisor has been moved to Northwest. So I think we're good. We're waiting for them.
All right, Prince Kennedy said something, and I would like to quote him. Yeah. At the final statement you made, you said, when the game starts. So I'm beginning to believe that politics is indeed a game. And you've corroborated by saying they're busy playing ping pong pong. So that's like ping pong, right? So my next question is, are we very much focused on politics than governance?
Well, I just gave you the indices. We are doing both. You don't keep away the governance. You have to do strategic realignment. Let me give you an example now, starting from the Southwest, where the president comes from. You know, in the last 2023 elections, we lost two big states, Osun State and Lagos. I'm sure you know what's happening in Osun State. Almost every top person now is now back to the APC. There's realignment there. Lagos State, with what is happening, with the development that the president has been able to influence there, I'm sure we're going to get nothing less than 80% of the vote. But we have not given up on governance. The economic indices I gave you earlier, the massive work that Olayemi Cardoso is doing at the CBN, the great work that the FCT minister is doing in Abuja, the works that Umahi has been doing, and they are all governance. We have not they are not mutually exclusive. You can do both at the same time, especially when you're a master strategist like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All
right, Prince, I'm going to come back to you now. He said that other parties are busy looking for candidates of repute to possibly give the president a run for his money. Do you think it's basically going to be about candidates, or Nigerians will vote according to the performance of the current president?
It's a very good question. You know, most times people look at politics as they look at it from the perspective of individuals and people that are presented. They are not looking at it from the citizens' perspective. Politics is supposed to be about the citizens. It's not supposed to be about individuals. All these things that people are quoting that is happening across the country, I don't know if truly people are feeling the impact. And if you feel secure that people have felt the impact, get an INEC chairman and tell him to be neutral and let people go to the polls and let's see if their vote will count. It's not about speaking grammar. It's not about saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You must, there's what we call key performance indices. These key performance indices, election is part of it. Because if you have done well for the people, when you ask them for your vote, for their votes, they will be able to give you. But the moment they didn't give you the vote, you've not performed well. But don't mind, don't look at these things, because what they do is that election in Nigeria is being manipulated, monetized, you know, rigged. It has happened severally. It's not about the vote now. It's about how much you have in terms of what you can influence in the judiciary. It's about how much control you have of the security. These are the indices they are using. And that is why they feel confident that, I'm sorry to say this, the current president once told the youths that he met with that politics is not served a la carte. So you could see the mentality of the man that is running an election. And we have younger generation that doesn't want to die. You know, in those days, our mentors, our forefathers, they were willing to die for the movement. They were willing to lay down their life. But we have younger generation. My generation are more interested in their phone, They are more interested in the posh car they are riding. They are more interested in the money and the flashy things around. They are not interested in playing the real game of opposition and standing and saying, we must end this. A president failed in the past, and students from my school, ABU Zaria, blocked the president. And they say, you are not going to pass. And eventually the president didn't pass. Can it happen now? It cannot happen now. Look at the end bad governance protest. Within 24 hours, they chased people away, and people ran away. So it's not about we are waiting for them. We are waiting for them by, if I understand better, is that we are already prepared. CBN have packed the money by virtue of the type of contracts that they have awarded. So CBN have packed the money. The Minister of Works, who, against the will of Nigerians, insisted on Coastal Road, have packed the money for that Coastal Road, all in preparation of 2027. So it's not about the true electoral performance. It's about the game, which I say politics is, and they are playing very well. And when you say Ahmed Tinubu is a master in the game, you can understand what he means by that. So it's not about the people, it's about the individuals. And that is what is playing out in the polity today. You see individual politicians not strengthening institutions like political parties. They are rather strengthening themselves. Go and look at what is happening in the ADC where they have entered. They started handpicking people because they want to secure their candidacy. One, they want to make sure they are the one that emerge. It's not about the people, it's about them. And that is why I feel that the opposition is not doing it better, especially those that say they are coalition. They are not doing it better. They have not done anything different.
All right. So, Baba, you've heard from Prince. It seems to be that his indices is different from yours. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my indices is about the people. I don't know the indices he's using. What's the average Nigerian thinking? Are you happy that we have a stable exchange rate? Are you happy that we have roads that are being fixed? Are you happy that FCT roads are being fixed? Are you happy that we have infrastructure in the FCT? These are the indices I'm using.
Let's take a tour from Abuja to Lokoja. Let's take a tour from Abuja to Edo, Benin. It's a straight road. Let's take a tour. Now, you can join us. The studio can join us to take a ride from Abuja to Benin. Now. Practical. Let's go from Abuja to Kaduna. It's a straight road. Let's take a walk.
So you're saying the governance is not affecting the common man?
It's not real. It's imaginary. I can prove it to you now. Let's take a camera to Abuja, from Abuja to Kaduna. Now. I tried it the last Salah. I spent my Salah in Kaduna. Of course, I'm a Danjikan Zaria. I'm a grandson of Zaria. So I spent most of my holidays in Zaria and Kaduna. So I just visited Kaduna the last Salah. And I went through the road. When I was coming back, I said I must never try that road again. I had to go through the trains. So it's not about speaking. It's about making a research. Some of us that comes to the studio, not all of us moves around. But I'm closer to the people. I know what I'm saying. Go from Abuja to Kaduna. Go. Visit Abuja to Kaduna Road. Visit Abuja to Lokoja and Benin. Visit today. Visit tomorrow. I'm not even talking about going to Onitsha or going to Enugu or going to other places.
So, Mr. Prince, you sound very passionate about this, and I'm glad you mentioned INEC earlier and the regulatory bodies for the elections. Now, coming to what your previous statement, where it seems that absolute power now resides with the executive without little or no influence from the judiciary and the legislature. Now, in what ways do you think these electoral bodies like INEC and co, in what ways do you think they can be held accountable in forthcoming elections, seeing as previously after the 2023 presidential elections, there's been statistically a high amount of voter apathy, seen as most voters have lost confidence in their votes, seen as maybe they've seen that elections are not won by voting, that the power moves and the decisions have already been made before the ballot boxes were presented. So how do you think these electoral bodies can be held accountable to make sure that the votes are free and fair?
My sister, we have fallen into the hand of terrible elite politicians. They have hijacked the system. My opinion may not work again at this point. Why? Number one, we have an INEC chairman who constantly changes the goalposts in the middle of the game. You saw INEC chairman visiting UK, Chatham House, telling the whole world that beavers will work, that there will be an electronic transmission of results. And these were the same INEC that the 2022 Electoral Act, if you can remember, people gathered in the National Assembly and gave INEC so much power. INEC in Nigeria has so much power today. For INEC chairman to tell you, I will declare this result, go to court. Where on earth does that happen? Electoral umpire will be the one to tell you, you are agitating that this thing is wrong. They are beating somebody inside the collation center. You are seeing it. You are agitating, sir. This result is wrong. He is telling you, I will declare it, go to court. Where on earth does it happen? Look at South African result last time, election. Look at the US election. Do we have population more than US? No. We don't have more population than US. But they collected their result electronically. Citizens were seeing it. They don't even go on holiday on a voting day. They vote, you can vote and go to work. You can go walk into a polling unit, cast your vote, and go and continue your work, and the economy is working. People are working. Hospitals are working. Things are happening. But an election day is an opportunity to exploit citizens. Even an emergency situation fails, the system is at comatose on election day because there are a lot of things going on. So it's not, institutions are not working in this country. I'm sorry, and it's making me shed tears sometimes, that institutions that were handed over to these our leaders by the champions of democracy, the independent leaders, the institutions, stable institutions that were handed over to them gradually have been bastardized one after the other. Why? There is no leadership transition mechanism in Nigeria. There is no mentorship. Tell me why a man of 80 years should still be insisting on being the president of a country like Nigeria, where we have, my brother here, intellectuals, 30, 35, 40, 45, that can still do the job. Who says I can't be the Nigerian president? But I don't. If you dream, they will begin to fight you today in Nigeria. If you dream as a young man at 41 now, if I dream of becoming a president, they will say that I'm a terrible human being. That I'm daydreaming. And some of my youths, like my friend in the studio, will be among those that say, does he have money? You see that the system has been monetized. And they are impoverishing the citizens of the country. So, if I may advise, we have to strengthen the institutions. You know, when President Buhari passed the Not Too Young to Run bill, I was thinking that the next election, he was going to project a young man and sit behind. But when he said he's running for second tenure, I cried. I said, this man almost got it correct. You just got a law, not too young to run. The next thing to consolidate that law is to show Nigerians that you came for real change. Bring in a boy of 40 years and support him and make him the president of Nigeria. The world will celebrate you. The same thing I'm saying, I'm expecting Asiwaju. Yes, he must have built men. Give it to him. He built men. Many of his guys are in government running Nigeria today. But I expect him to now feel comfortable and feel too comfortable to say, let me bring an Osibanjo. Let me bring a young man, you know, that will fit in into the current world to be the president. So that when a president of Nigeria is working, he should even jog with youth. He should come on the streets. Okay? So, institutions are not working. I expect him to unbundle INEC, reduce the power of INEC chairman. He has so much power. Now, INEC chairman is dealing with individuals. He's no longer dealing with political parties. You can write a letter to, even this my brother can write a letter to INEC chairman now and declare himself national chairman of a political, and INEC will begin to listen to him. So they are destroying institutions of government. Okay? So my advice, like you asked, let them consolidate and stabilize institutions of government. Let the security system work. Let police be truly independent. let police not be partisan. You know, if a police officer will stop you as a national leader of Labour Party, he will look at you as a fool. But he cannot stop your counterpart, the national leader of APC. They don't stop him on the road. But they stop me, they do anything with me. Even when I don't have any incriminating thing. So because institutions is partisan, they have succeeded in making institutions of government and governance partisan. If you say, you introduce yourself now, you come to one ministry and say, I'm from Labour Party, forget it, you've lost whatever you came there to do. You won't succeed. Because they will feel, how can I empower my enemy? They see you as their enemy, opposition in Nigeria. So if institutions are working, police is working, the judiciary, which is the common hope, the last hope of a common man, when last have they done things that expresses 1, 2, 3 that they are truly the last hope of common men? So these are the indices that I expect my people to look at and say it's truly working. If these institutions are working, I can tell you, I will declare to run for presidency, and I can give the president a run for his money.
Prince Kennedy, you're in your elements this morning. Just for a brief moment of levity, can we say Prince Kennedy for president? All right, we've heard from Prince loud and clear. So I'm going to come back to you, Jason Baba. I mean, you've heard from him, and although you may not agree to everything he's saying, but I tell you, he might not be lying about everything. So do you think that APC as a party, as the party ruling Nigeria, they have so much work to be done before the next election for them to at least have a good standpoint, not just talking about politicking?
Well, the work has been done already.
Done?
Yeah.
Done?
He said it is being done, so it's
Being done
progressive.
already. It's progressive. You will agree with me that we are not where we were in 2023. We have made a lot of progress. The president has mandated state governors, senators, House of Reps to wet the ground. Over the last weekend, I was in Lagos. I visited the Senator Abiru Innovation Lab in Ikorodu in Lagos. You need to see what that man is doing. Programs that I know institutions like, what do you call it again? Microsoft. Institutions, programs that Microsoft are running for millions of naira. Senator Abiru is giving his constituents to do for at no fee at all. You have seen the innovation that is happening in Ekiti State. The governor, Biodun Oyebanji, has opened a lot of agricultural hubs across the state for people to access affordable food at reasonable prices. You have seen the agricultural revolution going on in Lagos, where they brought a lot of state-raised private sector funding to mobilize for agriculture in Lagos State. You have seen what Obasani is doing in Kaduna State. You have seen what Zulum is doing in Borno State. They are all driven by agriculture. The guy in Naseni is refurbishing tractors for agricultural transformation. Wike is changing Abuja. Umahi is doing massive road. The Benin Lokoja road he's talking about. Go and see. I traveled to Kwara by road about 2 weeks ago. People are working there. This work is being done. It can't be completed in 1 or 2 years, we know, but it's been done. The president is not sleeping. The institutions have been strengthened. When was the last time you see an opposition figure being arrested because he criticized the president? No, we don't see that. I don't know what strengthening of institutions he means other than that. The electoral law, the National Assembly is already working on electoral act, and hopefully before the 2027 elections, it will be signed by the president. So all these things are being done. It's just the opposition that are making noise so that people will say they are doing the opposition work, but these things are being done. The president is working, the ministers are working, and the governors are also working.
All right. Now let's start counting down to 2027. I know before that we have 2026, which still feels like a long time, but before we know it, it's going to be right here with us. Now, if we want to take away the enormous billboards we see in FCT and other big cities, we want to take away the campaigning, do you think confidently that APC, if the institutions are strengthened according to Prince, if INEC is being reformed, possibly we have electronic voting in 2027. Do you think APC are going to clinch it at the end of the day?
Absolutely. If you'll allow me, I will do a geopolitical zone analysis for you. You can do a situation analysis. Let's start from the southwest, like I've said earlier. The two states that we lost, it was Lagos and Osun State. You know what is happening. The political alignment, the re-engineering is already done. If you do elections in those states today, I'm guaranteed that we're getting nothing less than 80% of the vote. Let's go to southeast. For the first time in the history of this country, we have 2 APC governors in the southeast. We have 3 APC governors that are not in the APC, but are very, very comfortable with the president. They are not antagonizing the president. Professor Chikuma Soludo has already endorsed the president for 2027. Peter Mba, he has not endorsed the president, but you know he is cozy with the president. Alex Oti, the man from his party, we're about snatching him too. So I'm telling you,
all of this endorsement, I think, is part of politicking, it's part of campaigning.
But the governments are working.
The indices right here is performance-based.
Yes.
Now you've taken away the campaign, you've taken away people know who is voting, and they're just saying political party, the performance. Do you think APC have been able to affect the common man?
Yeah, we are still on it. We are still on it.
So
I agree with you. I'm not going to lie to you. There are still challenges. There are still challenges. I know there are still challenges. But we are working on it. We are not sleeping. The economy is stabilizing. You know the reduction in food prices. If you go to the market, people were expecting. I know people that were selling their houses to go and buy food and store in anticipation that the prices will skyrocket. I still don't know the magic that the president did. These food prices are coming down. They are coming down and they will keep going down because the agricultural transformation initiative of the president is working. Just yesterday, or was it Thursday, the president approved the recapitalization of the Bank of Agriculture to the tune of 1.5 trillion naira. Chief, there's $1 billion. Tell me, have you ever seen that kind of agricultural investment in this country? This man is working, and we need to support him. We need to support him because the institutions have been strengthened, like my brother have said. If you are strengthening the Bank of Agriculture, which other institution do you need that will support agriculture other than that? We have the National Agricultural Transformation Program, NATIP, that was launched by the Minister of Agriculture. It's still also geared towards encouraging people to make agriculture sexy, as the president say. We are introducing agri-tech into agriculture. Hydroponics are being used. These are all initiatives that were introduced by this president, and they are working perfectly well. In the next 2 to 3 farming seasons, I'm sure, and you know we have 2 farming seasons now. We have both dry season and rainy season now. So by the end of the 2 or 3 agricultural seasons, you will see the massive outcome that will come from this agricultural transformation initiative. We need to support this president, not antagonize him.
All right, seems like Baba also has been well spoken, but from your body language, feels like you beg to differ.
No, you see, if governance works, or if it's working, it will work for me. If the medical system is working, they will not say because I'm not supporting APC that I will not go to hospital. If the police, he said that they are no longer arresting opposition. Have you ever seen the level of attack on protesters in the past than in this government? Have you ever seen the level of attack? Day before yesterday, Showore was arrested without any reason. After the pressure, they released him yesterday.
Are you sure there's no reason?
Which reason? Tell Nigerians the
An
reason.
assistant commissioner of police laid a complaint
No,
against that he defamed her. That's the reason.
Tell Nigeria the reasons.
That's what I'm telling you.
We are just
There
hearing,
was
I'm
a
just
case
hearing
based-
from you. It was
That
not
means you
there.
didn't follow the story. A
Okay.
lady female commissioner of police that was promoted recently, he made a publication about her that she
That
has
is-
she labeled she laid a complaint of
Did you
defamation
hear
against
about
her.
this? You didn't hear about this.
I watched
so,
it on air.
End SARS, end bad governance protest. You saw the humiliation Nigerians faced. And you said the president is. And this is a man, I'm shocked because Mr. President was the highest sponsor of protest and the highest protester in Nigeria politics because during Nadeko, at some point he ran away. So I was thinking that when he becomes a president, he should be able to have a listening ear to protesters, being that he's coming from that same angle. But look at what is happening. If you criticize this government, you will face attack. I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you very
Can I
much.
respond to this
Thank you
protest?
very
Can I
much.
respond?
So that is the issue.
Briefly, okay, for just 1 minute
People
because we
did
have
their
to wrap up.
protest. We were all here. People that were protesting in the stadium. Nobody harassed them. Nobody blocked them. But when they started smashing people, so that was when they were arrested. Those that were arrested were people that were smashing people's cars.
Where? Which
I
car?
can share the videos with you.
Share
I can share the
with
video
me.
with the producer.
Sure.
They
All
were
right,
smashing
thank
people's cars
you.
going to the
Thank
airport.
you very
That was
much.
where they were
Younger
arrested.
generation
Thank you
we
very
shouldn't
much,
involve in
gentlemen. I'm
in
sure
in
we'll
defending
continue
people.
this. We'll continue this
continue
conversation. subsequently on
I
other
think
If you make
episodes.
protests to be dangerous, police will arrest you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Jason Baba and
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Prince Kennedy. We're going to have more of your subsequent episodes to continue the conversation, but unfortunately,
Thank you, AIT, for bringing
due
the
to
younger
time
people. It's our
constraints,
future,
yes.
so let's continue to have young people to engage.
So we're
It's
definitely
our
going
future.
to have more of this on subsequent
Thank you so
episodes.
much.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Well, unfortunately, this is where we draw the curtains on Talking Politics on the Weekend Show. Stay tuned. We have many more segments coming right up after the short break. Don't go anywhere.